Hey guys, in today's episode, I decided to do a pretty different topic than for what I usually do, and I just messed up my hair worse. I apologize for that, but I'm not going to take the time to fix it. So anyway, the video today is this morning I made myself a distinct list of the things I wanted to get accomplished today, or it's a list I've always had, but I solidified it more today by in my show sheet for today's episode. I wrote down specifically the different things I wanted to get done and different levels of priority and all that. Ultimately, my plans for what I wanted to get done today were thrown off even more than usual because I had some extended family come visit me in Newark. They took me out to dinner and stuff, which was very nice of them. I was very appreciative. They were on their way to Newark Penn to drop my cousin off at the train station so he could go back to his school. So this list of things I wanted to get done is even worse off than it usually would be. But I knew as soon as I made the list that chances are I would not get everything accomplished on it. But I thought it'd be fun to go through the things I did actually get done and how productive I was. So overall, this list is a bunch of random items that have been piling up that I've been meaning to do. Nothing super important. There was nothing I really had to get done today. So I decided to cut loose and catch up on a few things. One of those things that's been on my list for a while is I wanted to update a political quiz I take every now and again. It's called I Side With. I strongly recommend it. It's a very detailed quiz. You could do a wide variety of answers with levels of interest for each question. There's like 160 questions on it. I definitely recommend it if you're interested in politics and want to see where your views line up with political candidates. I like to update my answers every once in a while, just go through them again and see if my beliefs have changed or swayed a little bit. Sometimes they'll come up with new questions, or I'll relook at the phrasing of a question and say, you know what, I lean more towards this phrasing of an answer than this phrasing. So I looked at that very briefly, but did not actually accomplish much on it. It's 160 questions, so I didn't really get far at all. I might have answered one section of like 10 questions, honestly. But I looked at it more and looked at some of the questions and got a better idea of organizing it, which sections I've completed recently and all that. Another task I want to get done today is I wanted to get up to date on my podcasts and YouTube videos. The YouTube video part I knew wasn't going to happen because I have a lot of YouTube videos I've been meaning to catch up on. But the podcast, I thought I could realistically at least get through the time-sensitive ones, which are my fantasy football ones that are kind of change week to week based on NFL news and all things of that nature. So I did catch up on the fantasy football ones, and I even caught up on a few more of the non-fantasy football podcasts I listened to. So I've listened to probably about 6 episodes so far today. I might squeeze in one more tonight. So that was actually pretty good considering the time I had taken away by doing other things. Another thing I wanted to get done today was research a new computer. As I mentioned in a recent episode, there's a chance that my school might say after spring break, you know what, don't come back to school, stay at home, and we're going to do all the classes from online. If that happens, realistically, I probably need to get a new computer. I can probably make things work on my current computer, but it wouldn't be easy. My camera's pretty awful on it. The mic's awful. Just slow in general. It's mainly meant to not do much more than Word, Excel, and web browsing. Anything beyond that, it gets a little finicky. So I was looking to update my computer. So I did a little research into that. Not a ton. I didn't get into anything super specific. Ultimately, I found out that I definitely don't need like a workstation level computer. Nothing crazy. I would like to get a gaming computer though, because as I've mentioned, I'm hoping to get into gaming a little bit after I graduate and all that. So ultimately, I think my best course is going to be to ask some of my friends I know have built their own PCs and get some information from them, or even offer to pay them to build one for me, because if I trust some of their opinions, and I think that I could get a decent computer for a cheaper price than I would if I bought a pre-built gaming computer. Other than that, I also had on my list I wanted to research work details, benefits, financial stuff, things of that nature, and I didn't look at that at all. That's one of those things that I probably would have gotten done if it were not for that dinner I went to. And then on the more necessary items that were on my list, they didn't have to be done today, but they're more pressing things than everything else I've mentioned so far. I wanted to get at least 3 hours of my fundamentals of engineering exam studying done today. I probably got about an hour done, which I guess isn't the worst. I should have gotten a lot more done realistically. I want to say about 40 questions in a study session yesterday. It took me like 6 hours. My goal was to get like 20 questions done today, hence why I got 3 hours. As a number, I ended up getting, I want to say 10 questions done. The questions were a little easier. So realistically, I wish I got another hour at least of studying in, but it is what it is. And then the two other items that, again, I think I might have had a chance of doing or at least looking at, if I didn't go out to dinner and then end up hanging out and chilling with some friends tonight. I wanted to look at my masterclass videos, which for those of you that I haven't told already, I don't know if I mentioned on the show before, but I'm taking 2 master classes. One of them is an online class where we get 2 videos a week, usually totaling no more than an hour for all the videos. I've put it all for like the past 4 weeks. I have like 4 hours of video lectures to watch eventually. I'll get to them eventually. And then I also have reinforced concrete homework, reinforced concrete design, just designing shear reinforcement of a beam, which might sound advanced if you have no idea what civil engineering is, but if you know what civil engineering is, you realize it's not really that terrible. That is due on Wednesday, so I have time. I decided to push off the masterclass video to tomorrow, since that's when the next video will come out. I think there's going to be an assignment that comes out tomorrow also, so it'll be a good day for me to catch up on those videos, relearn the topic that we're doing right now so I could do the homework assignment for it efficiently. And the reinforced concrete homework isn't due till Wednesday, so I'll likely do that either Tuesday or Wednesday. Most likely Wednesday because I have the whole day leading up to the class to do it, and I don't think it'll be super hard because it's a textbook problem, and the textbook problems are usually a bit easier than the problems my professor comes up with on the spot. And so yeah, overall, if I were to like rate how productive I was today, accounting for the fact that I did something that I normally would never do, which is spend 2 hours out at dinner with my family, I'm not counting that as for or against my productivity. I'm just taking that time out entirely of the equation. So with the time I had, I'd rate my productivity as a C, I guess, maybe a high C, a C plus. But yeah, I definitely could have been more productive, and that's usually where my productivity hovers at. It's right around a C plus, and then I'll jam all my work into a shorter period of time than I should. That definitely needs to change, especially these next couple weeks while I'm studying for my fundamentals of engineering exam. I can't have C plus level productivity. It needs to at least be at a B plus level, if not an A. I have no basis for where I'm ranking this, but just to give you an idea of how productive that day was for me. So in any case, I'm going to wrap the video up here. As always, I'll thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.